Hi, I'm Jen. I'm in your group. And it sounds like a lot of people have a lot of crippling debt. And I once had $80,000 worth of debt that I did successfully pay off when I started creating my cash positive lifestyle. So I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks real quick. My debt was comprised of medical bills because I had a miscarriage with no insurance, which is literally the saddest thing on the planet. Um, I had a car note, I had student loan debt, and then I had a lot of credit card debt because I was not making enough money to live my day to day life. And I was putting groceries and gas and stuff on my credit card. If you are putting groceries and gas on your credit card, that's number one. Stop doing that. Find a way to live within the amount of cash that you make. Okay. That's step one. Well, no, that's step two. Step one is to stop thinking about being debt free and start thinking about being cash positive. So, being debt free, when we think about that, what you're thinking about is debt. And in a manifestation and spiritual sense, you are essentially manifesting debt. So, you want to flip your language and start talking about the desire to be cash positive and start thinking about the feeling intonation of being cash positive. Cash positive means that you may still have some debt, but you have more assets than you have liabilities. So if you have a 401k account with $15,000 in it and you have a car note for $15,000, you are net zero. So start thinking about cash positivity. Not all debt is bad debt. Okay, here we go. So step one, change your mindset or change your language. Two, start living within your means. Three, save $1,000 into a savings account. This is now your credit card. So if you have a tough week or a tough month or some unexpected expense, you borrow from your $1,000 and you pay yourself back. Okay. So that is going to be your new credit card. You're going to save $1,000 and that is going to be your new credit card. You are going to pay the minimums on all of your accounts except the highest interest account. So you're going to take your highest interest account and you're going to pay all of your extra money goes to that one account. Everyone else gets the minimum. That account is going to get paid off, much faster. So once that account is paid off, it's called the snowball effect. You take all of the payment that you are paying that account and you pay the next highest interest account with the payment, the minimum payment you were already making, plus the whole payment you were making to the other card. And then that gets paid off much faster that way. And then you move to the next highest interest. Now, your highest interest might be your student loan. And if that is the case, then you're in a real predicament and you might have to divide a little bit more equally because you don't want to keep your credit card debt for the next 10 years while you're paying off a really high amount of money. Okay, so snowball effect. You can learn more about that from Graham Norton and his baby steps. Essentially, Graham Norton's baby steps is a really good, simple program to follow. You do not need to buy anything or pay any money. You can just watch some of his videos and they'll explain what it is. Very effective. And this is kind of essentially what I'm explaining. Once you've paid off all your credit cards, that's when you're going to hit your student loan debt. Now, the reason why people have a lot of debt is they do not have enough income. And so one of the things that I did while I was paying off my $80,000 is you have to make side hustle money. Side hustle is like a life for me. So the best, there's easy money out there. Okay. You don't have to go get a part-time job. Really, it's more about gigs, right? Helping somebody move, make $100, organize someone's closet, make $100, spend, babysit, do some babysitting, do some, whatever. Okay. There's easy money out there. So you just need to figure out where it is in your community and go get some easy money. Now, there's also going to be opportunity. We create opportunity. And so one of the things that I learned while I was paying off my debt is that there's a lot of things that people don't want to do. And if you're willing to help them get it done, then there's a lot of money involved. And so I created, I went to my employer and I was like, hey, you have all this like inventory that's kind of waste inventory. Like, what if we had a warehouse sale? And I threw like a huge garage sale and they gave me a giant commission for selling their waste, right? And I made a lot of money doing that because I created the opportunity. I went to them and said, hey, if you want to do that, I will help you for money. Um, some at tax time, I would help people with their bookkeeping because they absolutely hate it. And I would charge a super premium for it. So figure out what your skills are, get out there and earn a little bit of extra money. I don't think getting a part-time job is the way. I think gigging is the way because you're going to get paid a little bit more per activity. And a lot of the times you can get it cash under the table so you don't have to pay tax on it. Okay. Don't tell anybody I told you that. Okay. So find more income in small ways using your talents as a side hustle, but do not use that money for your real life. That is debt repayment money. That is debt repayment money. And it goes, as soon as you get it in your hand, it goes out. Okay. Do not pay yourself anything off of that money. You get it, you send it. And I think, paying debt is a lot like being on a diet or whatever. You don't see the results right away. When you are paying it off, it doesn't feel good. You're like, oh my God, I got $4,000 and I just sent all $4,000 to my credit card company. And you're on a high from earning the money, but then you're on a low because you literally just handed it all over. But trust me, it's worth it. Cash positive living is the way to be. You can pay this debt off. It will take an investment on your part, but it is totally worth it. Try to reduce your expenses wherever you can. You do not need 5 video platforms. Like, get real with yourself. You do not need all of that. So this is sort of the way. And if you want more information, I would follow Graham Norton's Baby Steps and I would read Susie Orman's Young, Broke, and Fabulous, which is an older book, but it was really, really well written. It really helped me on my journey. And I wish you guys all the best of luck because you're my peeps. Have a good one.